Here are my early transfer targets ahead of FPL Game Week 9. Up first, it's boom, boom, boom. I want you in my room. Jean-Philippe Mateta off the back of his hat trick today. The guy still managed to underperform on his underlying data. 3.46 expected goals in today's game. And also for the entire season now, 7.7. Now, it doesn't feel like the ideal investment point with Arsenal away in Game Week 9. However, after that, they're playing some of the worst sides in the league for expected goals conceded. So I do think after that point is going to be the ideal week for Jean-Philippe Mateta. Now, Krupik Jr. also managed to get himself a brace in that Crystal Palace Bournemouth game. Honestly, an absolutely unreal game. And I think if you are looking for a cheap striker for whatever reason, maybe on the bench boost this week, maybe on a wildcard to free up some funds, or of course looking to downgrade one of your striker positions, this guy for me feels like probably one of the top options right now within the game. It looks like Evan Nilsson is going to be out for Game Week 9. And if he continues to perform like he did today, definitely could be cementing himself with a starting spot in that 11. 4 goals now for Walter within the Premier League. The guy is just on a right hot streak at the moment. There's still some great fixtures coming up for Newcastle over the next few weeks, with Visser as well looking likely that he's going to be out up until the next international break. A lot of people obviously frustrated with João Pedro's performance. For a short-term pick, I do think Walter could be a very, very good option and still decent value at 7.3 million. And with Anthony Gordon kind of coming off around the 70th minute, if Newcastle are awarded a penalty after that time period, Walter is probably going to be the penalty taker there. But of course, don't think he's going to be the penalty taker from the start while Anthony Gordon is on the pitch. And my final early transfer target is going to be Iliman and Dye. Honestly, the guy is just trickling along very, very nicely and has multiple avenues to points, as we saw in today's game against Manchester City. Hitting those defensive contributions within the first half. He's also the penalty taker for Everton. No European football, no Carabao Cup either. So 90 minutes probably every single week. And if Beto could actually finish his dinner, this guy would have 2 additional assists already this year. Some great fixtures coming up for Everton as well. I just think this guy is probably one of my top Reinders replacements if you've got the money, and probably one of the most cheap and effective talisman within the game right now. Let me know what you think of my transfer targets and making sure you're following for more FPL content.